season of mourning, but you can't hold on to the hurt. Living in mourning is going to keep the new doors from opening. You have to heal so you can see new relationships, new opportunities. In the scripture, Peter asked Jesus how often he should forgive someone that did him wrong. It's funny because Peter was known to be offensive. He's the one that cursed the young lady out when Jesus was arrested. He cut off a soldier's ear defending Jesus. He said, Jesus, should I forgive them 7 times? The Jewish law said 3 times. He more than doubled it. He thought, I'm growing, Jesus. I've come a long way. Jesus said, Peter, 7 is good, but I want you to forgive them 70 times 7. It wasn't really about the number. Jesus was showing us a principle. He was saying, I want you to live in a continual process of forgiveness. Not something you do every once in a while, but on a daily basis, forgiveness should be a part of our life. He was setting a system in place so we wouldn't hold on to the hurts, offenses, disappointments. He knew that practically every day we would have these opportunities. And the quicker you let things go, the easier it is. In the Lord's Prayer, Jesus told us to pray, give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive others. He was saying every day we should be ready to forgive. It doesn't have to be big things. That man that cut you off in traffic, let it go. Don't let that sour your day. Your time is too valuable. That's a distraction to try to get you off course, offended over something that doesn't matter. That clerk that's rude to you at the grocery store, just smile and move on. I've learned life is full of wounded people, people that haven't dealt with the negative things in their past. At times they'll be disrespectful. They'll say things they shouldn't, do things that are hurtful. You can't stop the offense from coming, but you can keep it from getting down in you. How much time are you spending offended, bitter, holding a grudge? How much more could you accomplish if you'd start letting it go? How much better would your relationships be if you would get emotionally healthy? If you let go of what people said, forgive the person that did you wrong, quit reliving those hurts. This is where David in the scripture excelled. He was an expert at letting things go. As a teenager, his father didn't really believe in him. He looked down on David, didn't affirm him. When the prophet Samuel came to his father's house to choose one of the sons as the next king of Israel, his father didn't call David in from the shepherd's fields. He thought he was too small, too young, not that talented. Didn't give him a chance. It was only after Samuel didn't choose one of the other 7 sons that David was called in. David could have lived bitter with a chip on his shoulder. He felt the sting of rejection from his own family. His brothers made fun of him. When David took lunch to his brothers out on the battlefield, his oldest brother, in front of all the soldiers, tried to belittle him. He said, David, what are you doing here? What did you do with those few sheep you're supposed to be taking care of? He was condescending, sarcastic. David could have been upset, offended, angry, but the scripture says David turned and walked away. He knew the importance of letting things go. Had David not done this, he would have never seen Goliath. Had he stayed there, tried to straighten out his brother, we wouldn't be talking about him. The truth is, his father wasn't fair. It wasn't right to leave him out in the fields. His brothers were demeaning, belittling, but you can't make people do what's right. It's a test. Are you going to hold on to the offense? Let the betrayal, what they said, how they treated you, cause you to be sour, angry, wake up thinking about it? Or are you going to let it go and move forward into your destiny? There is a Goliath waiting for you, a new level past the offense, past the rejection, past what they said. My prayer is that we will do like David and live with this perpetual forgiveness, that we will develop a habit of forgiving daily. When offenses come, they bounce off of us like water off of a duck's back. Family member doesn't believe in you, that's unfortunate, but it's not going to keep you from doing great things. Coworker tries to make you look bad, embarrass you. Most people would be upset, start a conflict, pay them back, but you're a David. You recognize that's a distraction. You let it go knowing that God will take care of your enemy.